Blackpool base coffee bar, base design, Basil's on the Strand, Bodgers, Dorothy's Tea Shop, Flamingos, Flying Handbag, Funny Girls, ooh, clones. Oh, hello. It's not Thursday, is it? I wasn't expecting you. Oh well. Hello, now that you're here. It's nice to see you again. Well, you've lost a bit of weight, I see. And is that a new top? Yeah, stop picking your nose. I can see you. I didn't really want to do this. I was building myself up to it. Some of you have possibly been thinking, am I or aren't I? Is he or isn't he? He looks a bit fruity, that one. Do you think he bats for the other side? Well, despite my butch demeanour, despite going to ABBA Voyage twice and a third time very soon and a fourth time this year, despite going to ABBA Voyage, despite liking ABBA, despite liking Sex and the City, and having some dolls' houses and other toys and things, and liking vacuums, yeah, alright, it's time I revealed the truth. I think I owe it to my viewers. I owe it to you. And I understand if you no longer want to watch my silly vlogs because I'm revealing something about myself that you may not have known. If you don't want to watch them anymore, that's fine. Go with my blessing. Go and watch Mr. Beast. I've never watched a single episode or whatever they are of that Mr. Beast, or in fact any YouTubers that are really popular. I don't watch them. Alright, yeah, I am a, I can't bring myself to say it. I am a, look! Oh, it's such a relief. I can now wear what I normally wear at home. I can wear t-shirts that are about 5 sizes too small for me, that show my lovely masculine physique. And look, my first ever crush, the $6 million man. Well, he might have come after Benny from ABBA. Oh, Steve Austin, he's my favourite. I wouldn't go with him now, of course. Oh, stop it. I'm trying to act butch. I'm going to have to speak how I normally speak. I'm really, really camp. I'm so effeminate. Oh, look, there's my little dog. And here's another proof that I'm a poof. I've got a dachshund. Come on, Daisy May. Are you coming up? She doesn't know me now, do you? You know, don't you? She knows. She knows the nose. Come on, hang on. Ooh, my little girl. Mwah. You sit there, darling. My little pissy girl who always smells a piddle nowadays, but it comes to us all, doesn't it? Yeah, you go from smelling of Brute 33 in your teens, and then you got a bit more money and you can afford a bit of Kuros. Or what's that other one that was popular? Jazz, was it? I don't know, but anyway. But yeah, you go from that, and then you can afford Molton Brown and Neil's Yard. And then you suddenly start smelling a piss. And I know because I worked in Littlewoods, and that was, well, it did attract the older clientele, let's say, the older gentleman and the older lady. And sometimes some of them did pong of piss, I have to say. I was out with my atomizer, you know, they'd gone into the fitting room. One of them had a dump in there, actually. I got my manager to clear it up. I said, I'm not touching that. I'm not paid enough to pick up pensioners' shit because they couldn't get to the toilet in time. So I'd go in with my little... And this was long before the age of Febreze, of course. I would just have this little glass atomizer discreetly on the till, and I'd put it out and... Sometimes I'd do it to the customer. There was one we nicknamed Sweaty Betty, and he used to buy stuff and bring it back. And I used to be like this. Ugh, you filthy basket. I didn't see him ever since that. Well, I said to him, I got so upset. I said, why do you keep shopping here? Because you always bring it back. Bless him. I didn't see him again. Anyway, I'm looking at my favourite magazine, and, you know, I don't know about you, but I like to buy magazines. Well, I don't anymore, but because I don't read them. So it's the first time I've got to reading this, Gay Times. It's from January 1997, and it was £2.50. Oh, and it's got gay sex on film, Leonardo DiCaprio. Exclusive, Mr. Gay UK, my fight against cancer. Serial killer trial in North Wales. Where do you think of as home? Oh, I know what's always good for laughing these is the problem pages. Where is it? Is it called Heartland? Let's have a look. Oh, Madonna. Madonna's Evita. Gays in the Cathedral. I'm sure it's here somewhere. Where is it? It's in the regular section. Oh, Heartland. It's sexual, emotional and legal advice. Right, what's page 105? Let's read one of these saddos out. It's so much fun. Right, here we go. Here we are. You'll laugh at this. Dear Heartland, I'm 26 and writing in the hope that you can help me with a problem that is starting to take over my life. I have never had a sexual relationship or even knowingly spoken to another gay man, and certainly couldn't bring myself to go to a gay club, so the chances of me meeting someone are 0. Wash a bit more often, that's what I say. I have developed an infatuation, oh, he knows big words, with a man about my age who comes into the store I work to buy sandwiches every lunchtime. I see dozens of men in the street I'm attracted to sexually. Who doesn't? But this is different. I want to get to know this man on a personal level. I feel as if this man was made for me. Oh, we're supposed to be together. I see him on the way to work and have often thought about following him to find out where he lives, so I could perhaps write to him for stalker vibes. I'm pretty sure he is gay, which is a bonus, although any man's gay after a few... A hole's a hole in the gay world. You just give a man a few, you know, you like a man in a pub and you just buy him drinks all night, whatever he's wanting, pork scratchings, and then as he's staggering into the taxi, or the Uber as it would be now, you'd sort of say, oh, come back to mine, you can't have your girlfriend seeing you in that state. And then you'd sort of get him home and manage to get him up the stairs, shove him in the shower, rub him down with some Domestos, throw him naked on your bed and have your way with him. A bit of hypnol in the does help as well, but you give him another drink after, you know, when you're at home, when he's on the bed, just to sort of keep him passive while you have your way. Not that I'd know about that. Where was I? I'm reading this silly letter. Right, so yeah, so this saddo is thinking about stalking him, following him home, getting his address and writing him a letter. You can tell how old this is. Now it's all apps, isn't it? Swipe left, swipe right, you know. Oof, it's all very sordid. But in my day, you had to write letters or go to sort of homosexual pubs and bars and sort of look hopeful. Not that I'd know about that either. Right. I'm pretty sure, right, I'll do this. I'm pretty sure he is a gay, which is a bonus, but I can't go up to him and ask him in case I get a smack in the mouth. I will never forgive myself if I don't find out if I can develop a friendship with this familiar stranger. And that's from Roger in York. January 1997. Hang on. My name's Roger. I lived in York in January 1997. I forgot I wrote that letter. Let's see what advice, all these years later, the chappie gave me. Dear Roger, writing to him... Oh, sorry, lost me. Well, I'm putting on the man's voice now. I'll put on a character's voice for the man. Dear Roger, writing to him might come over as a bit extreme.
you have a considerable advantage, and that he comes into your shop every day. You could smile at him. He's a regular customer. He's only polite, and ask him for his opinion on different sandwiches. Tell him your name. Well, I had a name badge on, didn't I? It said Roger. So he knew my name. I didn't know his. I think he worked up road. Anyway, tell him your name. Right, where is it? I've lost my fucking space here. Tell him your name, and he'll probably give you his. I'm sure he will.
What was that to do? You know, oh, I see you've got tuna and sweet corn. Is that your favourite sandwich filling? Oh, you like a bit of BLT as well? Yes. Oh, and a chicken tikka. Oh, well, I'm a vegetarian, so I just eat cheese and eggs and things. Yes. Ooh. I can't see me doing that somehow. Right. So anyway, we've got to talking about sandwiches. I've given him my name, and he's given me his. So that's a start, isn't it? Right, and I'll get him back into the mode of the man writing back.
Right, an easy way to discreetly find out if he's a puff is to ask him where he drinks. You could drop in the names of some local gay pubs and see if he responds. If he does, smile and walk away, since he's coming back the next day. Oh, you don't have to pin him down immediately. Well,
chance to be a fine thing. Oh, I would have loved to have pinned him down and ripped all his clothes off.
At the moment, you're at a disadvantage because he means much more to you than vice versa. So try and establish a normal balance of mutual interest. You can get suitable local names by looking under York in our Round Country Gay Guide. It also lists your local gay group, and there's a phone number here, I won't read it out, and Gay Switchboard. This man might be right for you, or you may be projecting your hopes and dreams as a result of your being isolated from other gay contacts. So why not make some phone calls and widen your gay circle?
Well, I didn't do any of that. I just carried on looking and hoping, you know. I wasn't going to widen anything for any gay. I like to keep my gay circle very tight. So, yeah, I'm afraid that was me. That's why I kept this magazine. That was me. I wrote that. And the chappie, I can talk about it now because the pain's gone away. I found him, he was a little about my height, maybe a little shorter, very hairy he was, because you could see he wore a sort of white shirt, I think with a loosened tie, and even with one top button undone and a loosened tie, there was hairs sprouting out the top, and I did semi-follow him to part of, I didn't go right up to his door, I saw him go down a road and thought, that's out of my way, I'm not going there, and I felt a fool. But then a bit later on, I saw him in a shell suit with a girl, and then all my hopes and dreams from being with this young man were completely dashed because a shell suit. How am I going to go with a man in a shell suit, gay or not? Ridiculous. Oh, it's so freeing. I can be like this all the time now and just be myself. It's it's just so tiring trying to be butch. Anyway, because I'm here, I might as well tell you what's up and what I'm doing. I'm really upset with IKEA. I don't know why. I'm sick of living with things that piss me off. Can I say piss? Well, I've said it. This is one thing. I've got 3 of them in my wardrobe, in my closet that I've just come out of. Upstairs, 2 long ones and 1 shorter one. These are from that Swedish company called IKEA. I think they still bloody make them, so I'm going to warn you, don't buy these battery operated lights for your wardrobe because they're shite. Made in China, naturally. It's called a stotter. Stotter. It hardly ever works. There's a little doodah that's supposed to come on when you open the door or wave at it. One of them works, but two of them hardly ever work. Oh, is that somebody coming? And you have to sort of... I'm waving frantically at my lights. You know, I think, fucking come on, you... So, I'll just take the batteries out because they are IKEA batteries. The batteries are okay. They're rechargeable. I've got a few of them. And, you know, I keep them charged. So it takes 4 batteries. I don't think I've got the strength to break it. I'm absolutely fucking sick of it. You see, I'm a puff. If there are any strong men out there who want to break this for me, feel free. Oh, anyway, look what came last week. The holy grail of Christmas shoppers for gays and old folk. The Lakeland Home for Christmas catalogue. You see? And it's full of typical Lakeland customers enjoying Christmas at home. And there we go. There's a couple of typical Lakeland customers. There's Grandpa there and Grandma. And I assume that's the granddaughter. And there's, oh, Mummy. Oh, there's another little son there. Where's Daddy? Oh, he's just, you can't see him because it's dark, but there's Daddy's head. He's just behind Mummy. And they're full of joy in this catalogue, pulling crackers and having the odd dram of whiskey. Oh, look, there's Mummy with a load of meat. Oh, I don't like that as a veggie. Oh, I do like meat, but not that sort, if you know what I mean. The odd sausage. Yeah, I'm with old Starmer on that. You know, he likes the sausage, apparently. Although, if it turns out he does like the sausage, I'm going to have conversion therapy. There we go, look, there we are. And they're under one of those lovely heated throws. Can you see? Probably watching, I don't know, Mrs. Brown's Boys Christmas special. Oh, no, they can't be because they're all laughing. Maybe they're watching Call the Midwife. Or, this year, Gavin and Stacey. I am looking forward to that, aren't you? Because... although I can't stand James Corden, I think he's an absolute a-hole. And I can tolerate him as Smithy in Gavin and Stacey, the show. I can tolerate him as that character, but as a human being, I think he's a repulsive, narcissistic so-and-so. So, anyway, it's going to be the final one. I don't think we're going to find out what happened on that fishing trip between Uncle Bryn and Jason, but my guess is they bummed each other. Now I'm going to show you this. This came for me. The trouble is, I buy things. This is Joe Brown's. There's a lady. They do menswear, and I buy Joe Brown's things because I look at the man and think, ooh, I look like him if I buy that garish top. And then when I buy the garish top and put it on, I look a complete twat. So that's what happens. Now, look, I have a partner. I do have a male. You might have heard me say, talking about Mark from time to time. Well, I live with him, but not in the biblical sense. We basically share a house at this stage. It's been 21 years. So, obviously, I sleep on a separate floor entirely to him. Because I can't sleep with anyone, you know. I like my space. I like to sleep without having someone snoring and farting. Anyway, there's a chap in here. Let's find a nice pose. Now... He thinks it's an insult, but I'm telling him, and I'm telling you, if you want to know what Mark looks like, he's very shy. This is what Mark would look like if he was a black man. Now, I think he's attractive, and I would go with him. I think he's from Leeds, of all places. Anyway, he's called Glenn Campbell, not Glenn Campbell, that country and western singer. I think he's called Glenn Campbell. I think he did the clothes show back in the day. You can see him modelling clothes for Joe Brown's, but I've seen him in John Lewis as well. So there he is, he's smiling, look. I think that's a pea coat. Oh, it is a pea coat, look. And I think he's an attractive man. And I said to Mark, I said, that's what you'd look like if you were black. And he took it as an insult, but I don't think that's... Do you think that's an insult? I think he's a very, very nice looking chappie, isn't he? Oh, I also went to M&S yesterday. Oh, we visited my mum. Oh, blimey, if my mum sees that, she'll know I'm a puff. I think she might have guessed. So I picked up the magic of Christmas. Because I have to shop if I want M&S food now, because I don't go to Ocado anymore. I'm really boycotting those so-and-sos. So I thought I'd look up the Christmassy. There, I've looked at it, that's enough. If you want to look at it and you can't get to M&S, I think you can look at it online from the M&S shop. Oh, any word up? What's going on with me? Well, I'm tidying up, as you know. I'm always tidying, you see. So we're having more visitors. We're having visitors. I don't know if it's Friday or Saturday they're coming, but we're having 4 people. They've been here before. 2 I've met, and 2 I didn't meet because, oh, pardon. I didn't meet 2 of them because it was that time when Mark sprung it on me that they'd be here in an hour. Do you remember that video? I was fucking fuming at him, and I said, I'm not coming down. I'm not coming down. I'm staying upstairs. Well, they'd gone out anyway to see some concert, so they got in late and they left before I got out of bed. So, you know. But I said to Mark, I was so cross. You've never seen me so angry. So anyway, they're coming back because they want to meet me. I don't know why, but they want to meet me. And the other 2 I've met before, they did come, and I did, you know, I put on, you know, what's the word? Well, I'm quite introverted, so I put on a show for them. You know, I made a show of myself. So, you know, I just was all, you know, rhubarb, you know that. So anyway, I'm not going to be caught out like that again, so I'm going to make sure everything is spotless. So I've just done out my pantry. I'm always doing it. And sorting out the kitchen, so it won't take me long. I'm going to shampoo the carpet. The dogs, bless them, they're incontinent now. They pee everywhere. They're peeing, the daisy smells a piddle. They're going to have a bath before these visitors. Everything's going to be washed, the sofa covers, the dog beds, shampoo this carpet. I've got a new diffuser and I can smell it. It's very nice actually. It's from Neil's Yard. Have you heard of them? Quite expensive. But I wanted one of those reed diffusers that not those cheap, real chemically ones. I wanted something that was a bit more essential oily. And yes, I'm getting a whiff of it already. So hopefully that'll mask some of the piss smell. So that's what I'm doing this week, just basically tidying up. I thought I'd have a chat with you, and I just needed to unburden myself and come out of closets. So I've done that. So I can tick that off. I've actually done a to-do list. I used to do them all the time and I stopped doing them and I never get anything done. So last week I started writing a to-do list. Oh, I've got it on my iPad. Got it on my iPad, love. I've actually ticked one of the boxes. Hang on, let's have a look. To do 7th to the 13th of October. Right, tidy living room, shampoo, carpet. Well, I've done some shampooing, just a bit. I haven't done it all, and I've tidied some of the living room. It won't take long to do that. Fix bathroom hook. Might have to get a man in for that. It's a hollow door and the hooks come off. Well, he's a bit rough with stuff. I've got to get a hollow fitting that'll, open out when you push it in. It goes in like this. And then when you start screwing, it opens like that and then secures itself to the other side of the door. Clean windows. Shampoo lower stairs landing. Haven't done that yet. Tidy bedroom, change bedding. Well, I'm sort of halfway tidying the bedroom. It's a work in progress and I'll change the bedding the day before. I had to do this financial thing. I actually saved some money 3 years ago and it was a really terrible rate of interest. But for then it was good. It was 1.85%. Recently it went to about 6 nearly 6% for savings, didn't it? So I put this sum of money into this 3-year bond, and it matures at the end of the month, and I had to decide, am I going to blow it on a load of rent boys and trips to Blackpool and Manchester, or am I going to be sensible and pop it back in, as they say? So I just reinvested it. I chose another plan. I put it back in for another 2 years. I can't touch it, but the interest is 4.85%, which is a lot better than what it was. So I've no idea how much is in there. I'm no finances. I'm no good with money, so I just try. If I have any money, I just try and put it away. If I get some, I'll just put it somewhere and forget about it. Can't touch it, you know. Anyway, I've done that, haven't I? Sell shark upright. Well, I'll do that locally when the piss smell's gone. I can't have one of my neighbours coming in and, you know, our house being called the piss house. So it's got to be all shampooed and lovely before I sell one of those. Now, order train tickets. I'm going back down south shortly. I wanted to order my train tickets. Southern, it is, I think, the company, Southern Trains. So I'm going to London, so to King's Cross. And then from King's Cross, I've got to go to Victoria on the Underground. Now, I've ordered my Oyster card. You Londoners will know what that is. So I've ordered, I had one when we went to London before and I lost it. So I've ordered a new Oyster card, preloaded with money, you see. So that'll arrive. So last time I was in London, I used my debit card and just tapped. You're supposed to tap in and out. As you tap in, on the Underground, you tap your debit card or credit card onto the doodah and the thing opens. You get on the tube, and then when you come out, you're supposed to tap your thing again, so it registers that you've done that trip. But I don't want to get my my debit card out in London, because that's all I have. I don't have a credit card, I just have a debit card, that's it. And I can't even use my phone to pay for stuff because my bank doesn't have that facility, doesn't have Apple Pay, you know. So I thought, I don't want to be getting it out on the Underground, because if someone whips my debit card, I'm scuppered, you know, for cash. I can't get cash out, I can't buy anything. So I'm going to keep my debit card very securely in my luggage and have the Oyster card just in my pocket, because if that gets lost, well, no biggie, I'll just get another. So yes, anyway, so I've got to use the Oyster card to get from King's Cross to Victoria Station, and then from Victoria Station I've got to go to East Grinstead. So I got this card I've got it somewhere, thinking it's a card you can buy your tickets online and they get loaded on this card thing, and then you use the card like an Oyster card. So I thought, well, I'll get all the tickets bought in advance, so I'm not having to think, where do I get a ticket? I don't want to be in London looking at a ticket machine thinking, how do I do this? And you know, people queuing up behind thinking, oh, fucking tourists, go back to your own country, you know. So I wanted it, I wanted just to be able to, you know, just whiz through without having to speak or look at anyone. So anyway, I got the thing, and it says, oh, you can't use it. You can't pre-buy your tickets to put on the card for singles, returns, or advanced food, or any. I think it's called an anytime single or something, which is what I wanted to buy. So in case I miss, I didn't want to buy a ticket with a specific time because I might miss it. So I just wanted a ticket I can use for the day, just one trip. But anyway, I can't do it, so that was a waste of time. I might be able to buy the tickets online and have them on my phone, so when I get to Victoria, I can just quickly whip my phone out and scan the ticket on the phone or something. I'll try that. So yes, anyway, I'm going to that London. Oh, hang on, I haven't finished. Well, yeah, I'll carry on with that. So I'm going to London next week, and I'm stopping in East Grinstead, where I used to live, at a Travelodge of all places. It's right opposite a Wetherspoons, so I'll be all right for company and cheap food. I'm going to try them. I've already got the Wetherspoon app. That's why I liked Wetherspoons, you see, because they have an app. So I used to have it. I've been to Wetherspoons once or twice, and I had this app. So I got the app back. So all I have to do is once I've showered and got out of my bed, showered, put my clothes on, I can pop just over the road in East Grinstead to this Wetherspoons pub from 8 o'clock and have a lovely cooked breakfast. And they do veggie options and vegans, all sorts. You can get a full cooked veggie breakfast for about a £5 in Wetherspoons. Fantastic. And also I like it because I can just go in, sit discreetly in the corner with my back to the wall, but with my eyes front. I like to see what's going on, but I don't want people looking at me. I'll just, you know, sit quietly. And then I can just go on the app. I'll say, yes, I'll have a pot of tea or a cup of coffee, and oh yes, I'll have that vegan breakfast. And then you just pay for it, put your table number. I mean, just sit there. You don't even have to go up and talk to anyone. And then they'll come and bring it to your table. Obviously, I'll say, well, thank you, and etc. But you don't have to go up and say, oh, hello, I'm new in these parts. I'd like a hearty breakfast, please, but no meat. You know, so I can't. You know, I'll say please and thank you. The only trouble is the breakfasts include tomato and mushroom. Now, had I gone up to the bar, I suppose I could have said to the bartender, yes, could I have the veggie breakfast, but could you not put the mushrooms or tomato on because I don't eat them? I might have been cheeky and said, well, could I have an extra sausage, you know, instead? But no, I won't. So basically, I'll just have to take a little, I know, to save embarrassment, I'll take one of those little Ziploc bags. And then as I'm eating, I'll just discreetly slide my tomato and mushrooms into this Ziploc bag, shove it down my pants, and then I can dispose of that in the down the toilet, actually, in the Travelodge. So yes, I'm going there, but I'm going back to London. So I'm going on a Thursday, and on the Saturday I'm back to London. It takes about an hour on the train from East Grinstead to London Victoria. So on the Saturday I'm going to Abervoyage again to see the matinee performance at 3 p.m. And then later on, because I saw it came up on my Instagram or something, to see Miranda Hart. You know, Miranda, you know, such fun, you know, Miranda, you know, that large lady, does a lot of falling about, you know the one. Anyway, she's doing a little sort of one-woman show thing at the Theatre Royal in Drury Lane, which is near Covent Garden, I think. So I've worked it all out, so I can go to the ABBA, get the train to more central London, have a luncheon or something, snack, and then I can go to see Miranda. So that's 2 things, all on my own as well. No, you know, Billy no mates. So I will be coming home quite late. You know, it's going to be after 10 o'clock and I'll be on, you know, on the underground on my own. But it's all right. I'm not going to be wearing a glittery ABBA top or Miranda top or any of her merchandise. Such fun merchandise. I'll try and blend in. And then on the Sunday, now I don't know if I'm doing this. I have got a ticket. It was only a tenner because I pre-bought the ticket ages ago. There's this Clean and Tidy Home show. It's basically just some show thing where there's cleaning products on offer. These so-called cleaning gurus telling you how to mop your sink and wipe your floor and scrub your bog, that sort of thing. And, you know, it's all touchy-feely and feelings. Anyway, I'm only going for free samples. I think you get a goodie bag with various cleaning crap in it. And I might be able to pick up stuff along the way. And there are 2 manufacturers of vacuums exhibiting there, Sebo and Pneumatic, and I like both those brands, so I might do a little filming of that part. I don't know if I'm definitely going. I might change my mind. I do follow the Clean and Tidy Home show on Instagram, and the more I see of it, the more it puts me off going, to be honest. I don't know if it's my cup of tea. There's a lot of homosexual men. Most of the men seem to be homosexual. I don't know if I'll fit in. So we'll see. I might be too tired after my trip on Saturday. You know, ABBA and Miranda in one trip. And I also get a book. with the Miranda. It was £47, but that includes a copy of her latest book in hardback. So I'll have to carry that home. So I'll take a little rucksack with me, because I'll no doubt buy something from the Abergift shop as well. And then, you know, I've got a few more days in East Grinstead, and then it's back home. So it's 5 nights in a travel lodge with only tea and coffee making facilities. So I'm going to have to go out and eat. There is a Waitrose in East Grinstead, so I'll be all right for cold nibbles and water and things. So a little bit, my heart's going already. I'm a little bit apprehensive about it. But, you know, I've done it before. You know, I've been to London before, as you might have remembered. But, yeah, it's still, you know, you've got to keep your wits about you. Also on Sunday, there's this, oh, what's that? Oh, it's that from that IKEA shit. There's this called Museum of the Home, it's called. So if I do go to London again on Sunday, I'll do Clean and Tidy Home show. And then I might go to the Museum of the Home. But I need to pre-learn everything, you know. For me, I've got to have it all written down. I've managed to find, it's not here, I've managed to find how to make the text bigger on my iTelephone, because I can't see F all. When I've got my contact lenses in, it's like, you know, I can see everything close up without anything, you know. I need lenses for distance, you know. But for close up, I don't need anything. So when I've got them in close up, it's all a blur. So anyway, I've found out on the phone there's this accessibility section, and you can make the text bigger, and it's better. But being an old man, what I might do is just write it down on a piece of paper, because I don't want to be getting out, I don't want to be like in London, getting out my phone to see, right, I need to get this tube to this tube station, and then I need to go here, there, you know, because I don't want me, I mean, it's an iPhone 8 Plus, it's way out of date, so I don't know if, but somebody who's just going to grab it won't know that, you know. It's only when they've had a look and they've said, oh, it's an iPhone 8 Plus, and they throw it away. You know, it's not an iPhone 15 or 14. I'm not upgrading. But, you know, again, I need my telephone. I don't want that to be nicked, you know. I'd have to use one of those call boxes or phone boxes, if any are still working in London. Most of them, people just piss in them. Well, they used to piss in them back in the day anyway. And in London, you get all these adverts for these dirty women, you know, advertising massages and happy endings and things. So that's coming up. I will be vlogging that, actually, if you're interested. Oh yeah, so that was the next on the list. Workout travel planner for East Grinstead, Aber, Miranda, etc. And then I've got to find the hose for egg washer and film demo. Well, I have found one of the hoses for my egg washer, but there's another hose I haven't found yet, so I need to look for that. It's not a washer for eggs. I typed in egg washer in Google and got these devices for actually washing eggs. You know, eggs that come out of a hen's arse? Eggs. But it's not. It's an egg-shaped washing machine. It's for your smalls and delicates. I've had it ages and I haven't done a video. Oh, and then I've got to defrost and clean the large chest freezer. I've done the little one. The large one's nearly empty now, so I've just got to put what's left in there in a carrier bag and quickly just scrape it out, vac out the ice, and then give it a wipe, and that'll only take 15 minutes tops. But none of that's going to get done while I'm chatting to you. So anyway, I'm still waiting for Barbara Dixon. Not her herself. Her new, well, it's not new. Well, she has got a new album. Oh, she's got a new live show album out. You know, a double album of her last full band live tour. So I ordered that, and then she got a deluxe version of her K-Tel album Gold, which was from 1985, I think. And that was a good seller for her, because it had the I Know Him So Well on it, you know. That #1 hit she had with Elaine Page. I don't like Elaine Page anymore, because she plugged, you know, The Experiment. She plugged that. So I thought, oh, F you, Elaine Page, for doing that. But I never saw Babs do that. Babs didn't even have a picture of her having it. I'm sure she did, because she did go to America during, and I think you had to have that. if you wanted to go, you know, basically beyond your front door back in the day. I managed not to have it, of course. And I will never regret not having it. So, yeah, so it's been ages. There was some hold up over it because some person had made a mistake with the listing on the back, you know, the what's it called, the track listing. They'd missed one out, and I bet it's the track Another Good Day for Goodbye, because they forgot to put that track on the listing on the website. So I bet somebody hasn't put that in or some. Anyway, so upshot is they had to reprint. So they're sending out the CDs with the incorrect back thing in, you know, but they've reprinted it with the correct information. So I've just got to take out the incorrect thing and put in the new one or something. But that's been ages. Some folk have got theirs. I'm still bloody waiting. So I'm hoping Postman or Post Lady is going to slot Barbara through my letterbox very soon. I've been looking out for them. And I've got a few bits from... Oh, my leg's falling to sleep. I've got a few bits coming from Amazon. So, yeah, it's all fun and games, isn't it? So anyway, right, if any of you who have stayed to the end, I'm sure a lot of you turned off as soon as I said gay. But please, I'm not one of these modern gays. I believe in two genders. I don't believe in flaunting myself. I don't believe in drag queens telling little kids stories. I don't think that's right. I'm not sure why they would want to. I don't agree with everything, all that stuff that's being pushed on everyone. I don't agree with it. If that makes me a traitor to the gay liberation movement, then I'm a traitor. But anyway, I'm just a gay that likes to keep himself to himself. I don't want anything that other people don't have. I just want the same rights as anyone, but I don't want to force my opinions or anything on you. I don't want to shove it down your throat. And I don't want you shoving it down my throat either. So I just want to be left alone in my pain and suffering, the fact that I'm abnormal. And to be quite honest, I probably wouldn't want to be a gay. If I was asked, we can make you not gay, I probably would take it now. I wouldn't have done it a few years back. I'd have said, oh no, I've got too much gay porn. What's the point? You know, if you make me straight, I'm going to have to go out and get loads of straight porn. Although I've been looking into that, and it's a sin, apparently, having porno and looking at porno. So, but yeah, probably wouldn't want to be, because it's no fun. I don't want to be a deviant. Well, I'm not really. I'm very straight-laced and conservative. Oh, the shower's running. I don't know why. It's somehow. I think we've got a poltergeist. It's probably a gay one, because I'm dissing gay. I'm not dissing you, gay people, because I expect there's a couple of gays that might watch this. If you want to go and parade down the high street dressed as a dog or in a harness with your bits hanging out, your flabby ass and your other bits, well, that's up to you, but just don't shove them in children's faces. I just don't think it's right. Children should not be looking at that until they're at least teenage anyway, but I expect kiddies are looking at all sorts of filth. Oh dear, I don't know if they're lucky or not. Well, we just had to get our entertainment when we could back growing up in the 70s and 80s, you know. It wasn't the internet. You couldn't just open up a device and be confronted with it. You had to go and, you know, look for it, and you had to go... Because, look, even buying this in 1997, it was so embarrassing for me. I bought a few, and the first one I bought, I had to pluck up courage to do it. It was about 2 weeks of trying to pluck up courage to buy a magazine with gay written on it. And once I had the magazine, there was adverts in, and I could order gay books, self-help books, you know. I had a whole shelf of self-help books, although I didn't have them on show. Obviously I had to keep them hidden under the bed, but you know, it was all these things about being a gay and stuff. So absolute waste of money. So yeah, it was very embarrassing and very I don't know, it just brings it all back to me. I don't think I could even do it now, you know. If you can still buy this magazine, I expect it's full of awful stuff. I mean, but yes, I'm sorry, but I am a gay. Yeah. Although this is my natural speaking voice, I think in future I'm just going to go back to sort of me normal, you know, sort of slightly camp, but not quite as camp as this, because it might put some people off. Obviously, I am like this all the time normally, but yeah. So I expect when I look at my subscribers, it's gone right down the pan. But so what, you know. I have to be honest with you. I am a poofter. What are you going to do about it? So anyway, thanks for watching. If you've made it all the way to the end of this humiliating video for me, it's been quite cathartic though, I have to say. I feel a huge release. I've unburdened myself. I feel I've cleansed myself. It's like taking an enema. Everything's been cleaned out and I'm just shitting out all that brown liquid onto your face. Sort of, figuratively, you know, not literally. I know some of you probably like that. But no, it's not for me. Not for me. Ooh. So yes, normal service will be resumed, I expect, when I do another video. Probably the next videos you might see are my London trip. Hello, Daisy. Daisy accepts me for what I am, don't you, darling? So, thank you for watching. If you've managed, let's have one of those words I always put in, don't I? Well, I don't always put them in. Oh, what shall we say? Sandwiches, okay? Just say sandwiches if you've managed to watch to the very end. And it relates to the article about the man who used to come in and buy his sandwich from the shop I used to work in York. And I always wanted to be on the till at lunchtime. I said, oh, I'll go on the till in the hope that my eyes would meet. I expect he's a right arsehole, you know. But the thing is, with me, I might like someone, I might see someone I like, but once you get to know them, you think, the attraction goes. So it's very hard to get the full package, to get someone who, you know, gets your knickers wagging and also you can connect to on a spiritual and cerebral plane, you know. I don't think that happens often. You can have a soulmate, well, it would be lovely, wouldn't it? A soulmate and someone who can really sort of, you know, although I'm looking into, as I said, I think it's probably a sin, all that palaver. So maybe the monastery is calling, although I often wonder what those monks get up to without any you know, ladies. And of course those robes they wear, I mean, brown does suit me. And those robes, I mean, easy access. Yeah. I did see a German film once, back in the day, and they were all dressed as monks, but they certainly weren't praying. They were on their knees, some of them, but they weren't actually praising the Lord. They were worshipping something, but it was sausage shape, if you know what I mean. So anyway, thanks for watching. I've gone a bit Coco Peru. Thanks for watching, and bless you for staying to the end. You're true friends, true friends, true YouTube friends. And I love every one of you, but not in that way, of course, unless you're gorgeous. So thank you, goodbye, and I'll see you all very soon. Fucking hell, I'm glad that's fucking over. Right, let's get back to being a butch bloke. Whoa.